creating a news agenda that reflects an unbiased view of Asian current affairs without relying on external news sources. Asia Vision, Asian news through Asian eyes.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to AVN, your weekly roundup of the top stories. I'm Utbah Mahmoud, your host for the evening. Besides the worldwide condolences for the late former US President Jimmy Carter, Indian natives in a special corner named after him also remembered him.
Where I am standing right now is the exact place where former US President Jimmy Carter visited. This place is in India's Haryana, and the name of this place is Kartarpuri. Kartarpuri, this name has a big significance. The name of this place earlier was Daulatpur Nasirabad, which was later on changed to Kartarpuri. When former US President Jimmy Carter arrived here, when he came here, he was accompanied by the then First Lady and the then Prime Minister of India, Morarji Desai. He came here on 3rd of January 1978.
We were saddened by the news of his demise. There is sorrow all across the village. He was like a family member. The entire village consider him one of their own.
There was a lot of work done for a month, such as cleaning when he came.
The entire village gathered. He came at our doorstep.
Every year, villagers celebrate his visit of January 3rd as a memory.
He fulfilled his promise which he made to his mother of visiting India. His mother used to work here as a social worker in late 1960s. When he came here, he was given a grand welcome by showers of petals of flowers and also some handcrafted gifts which the villagers gave to former US President Jimmy Carter. In fact, during his tenure, Kartarpuri and the White House maintained remained in regular touch. Although he's not here between us, but his memories will certainly remain in the hearts of people and also in the heart of the people of Kartarpuri. With camera person Jagmohan, this is Siddharth Bharadwaj reporting for DD India in Haryana.
India launched its first space docking mission on an Indian-made rocket in an attempt to become the fourth country to achieve the advanced technological feat.
3, 2, 1, 0.
The mission called Space Docking Experiment SPADEX lifted off from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Andhra Pradesh state aboard the Indian Space Research Organization's ISRO workhorse PSLV rocket. After around 15 minutes, the mission director called the launch successful after the spacecraft reached an altitude of around 470 kilometers. The mission is seen as pivotal for future space endeavors, including satellite servicing and the operation of the country's planned space station.
Happy to announce the successful accomplishment of the launch of PSLV C-60 for the SpaceX mission. The rocket has placed the satellites in the right orbit, which is 475 kilometer circular orbit.
In space docking, technology is crucial when multiple rocket launches are required to achieve shared mission objectives. The Indian mission involves deploying two small spacecrafts, each weighing about 220 kilograms, into a 470 kilometer circular orbit. It will also demonstrate the transfer of electric power between the docked spacecraft, a capability vital for applications such as in-space robotics, composite spacecraft control and payload operations following undocking. Each satellite carries advanced payloads including an imaging system and a radiation monitoring device designed to measure electron and proton radiation levels in space, providing critical data for future human spaceflight missions. ISRO Chairman S. Somanath said the actual testing of the docking technology could take place in about a week's time and indicated a nominal date of around January 7th. A successful demonstration would place India alongside the United States, Russia and China as the only countries to have developed and tested this capability. In a first for India, the rocket and the satellites were integrated and tested at a private company called Anat Technologies rather than at a government body.
Monday marked the anniversary of India launching the Bharat Interface for Money or BHIM, which is a payment app.
Bharat Interface for Money, BHIM, is a payment app for quick and easy UPI transactions. Launched by the National Payments Corporation of India on December 30, 2016, it aims to promote financial inclusion and a digitally empowered society. India's digital public infrastructure has grown to become a role model for the world. Users can send and receive money via UPI ID or QR code, pay bills, book flights, and recharge phones, tracking their transaction history. Since 2016, UPI has enabled fast, secure transactions for individuals, merchants, and banks. In 2023, Mark Rutte, then Netherlands' Prime Minister and now NATO Secretary General, was impressed by buying coffee in Bengaluru using UPI. Here's how BHIM UPI works. VPA, unique address for transactions. Mobile Aadhaar, link to bank account for easy access. UPI PIN, 4 to 6 digit secure PIN. Limits, daily transaction limit of 100,000 rupees or approximately $1,370. Most major banks in India, including public sector, private sector, and cooperative banks, participate in the BHIM UPI ecosystem. The system is also accepted in a few other countries such as Singapore, UAE, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Mauritius, due to partnerships and collaborations between NPCI and other countries' payment systems. Additionally, NPCI has enabled cross-border transactions with the United States and United Kingdom and is exploring more partnerships globally. Bureau Report, DD India.
A prototype of a new high-speed train that will run at speeds of up to 400 kilometers per hour, making it the fastest commercial train service in the world, was unveiled by China's railway operator in Beijing on Sunday.
The Electric Multiple Unit EMU CR450 train will further shorten travel times on the country's extensive railway network and represents a step up from the current CR400 Fizzing high-speed trains which run at maximum speeds of 350 km per hour. According to China Railway Group, the new train has been clocked at up to 450 km per hour during its test phase, with key performance indicators including operational speed, energy consumption, interior noise, and braking distance, all setting a new international benchmark. The CR450 outperforms the existing EMU trains in multiple areas with better operation and control, improved safety monitoring, and the ability to conduct intelligent interactions with drivers and provide intelligent services for passengers. According to China Railway, the latest breakthroughs made in the development of the CR450 project will help boost China's railway technological innovation and independence, further strengthening the country's global leadership in high-speed rail technology. China has built the world's longest and most advanced high-speed rail network since opening its first high-speed line back in 2008. As of September, the country's high-speed rail network exceeded 46,000 kilometers, accounting for over 70% of the global high-speed railway length.
An exhibition featuring Chang'e's 5 lunar samples was opened to the public in Beijing on Saturday.
In December 2020, the Chang'e 5 probe brought back the country's first samples collected from the moon, which marked a successful conclusion to China's 3-step lunar exploration program of orbiting, landing, and returning samples, which began in 2004. Lin Jiao, deputy head of the Beijing Planetarium, said that this is the first time in the country that a long-term science exhibition has been held on the theme of lunar soil sampling, and groundbreaking research by Chinese scientists was visualized, adding that a large amount of scientific research data of the lunar sampling for popular science display, striving to make the exhibition scientific, artistic, and highly valuable for science popularization. In addition to 0.6 grams of lunar soil brought back by the Chang'e 5, the exhibition also showcases moon rocks collected by Apollo 17 and lunar meteorites from Northwest Africa, offering valuable insights into the moon's formation and evolution. Chang'e stone, a new mineral discovered and named from the Chang'e 5 lunar samples, is also on display at the exhibition. It is the first new lunar mineral discovered by Chinese scientists and the 6th overall discovered by humanity.
China will make every effort to promote the steady growth of its industrial economy in 2025, according to the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, MIIT.
China's Ministry of Industry and Information Technology said that China will implement a new record of plans to stabilize growth in 10 key sectors, accelerate the commencement and construction of major projects, and foster a number of world-class advanced manufacturing clusters. Efforts will also be made to cultivate emerging industries, promote the large-scale application of new technologies, products and scenarios in the manufacturing sector, and formulate innovative development policies in areas such as biomanufacturing, quantum technologies, embodied intelligence, and atomic-level manufacturing. The ministry said that digital transformation remains a key priority, with plans to accelerate the digital upgrading of industrial enterprises and establish 200 high-standard digital industrial parks within the next 3 years.
Chinese teams dominate second edition of Nepal-China Friendly Dragon Boat Race Festival in Pokhara.
Chinese teams triumphed in the second edition of the Nepal-China Friendly Dragon Boat Race Festival held at Pokhara's Phewa Lake on Monday. China's Dongguan Laoyu Club claimed the dual titles in both the 200-meter and 500-meter races, winning a cash prize of $10,000. In the 200-meter and 500-meter finals, China's Yunnan Minzu University finished in second place and Liaocheng University secured third. Yunnan Normal University from Yunnan province were placed fourth. In the 500-meter event, Liaocheng University came in second while Yuhan University grabbed third. The festival aimed at enhancing cultural and people-to-people ties between Nepal and China also sought to promote tourism in Nepal. Winners of both races received trophies, medals, certificates and cash prizes of $5,000 for first place, $2,000 for second and $1,200 for third. All participating teams were also awarded $500 as participation prize. The prize distribution ceremony was attended by Gandaki Province Chief Minister, Chinese Ambassador to Nepal, and Pokhara Metropolitan City Mayor, among others. The event was jointly organized by Gandaki Province, Pokhara Metropolitan City, the Chinese Embassy in Nepal, and Nepal Tourism Board. A total of 20 teams participated, including 8 from China, 1 from Singapore, and 11 from Nepal.
The 5-day-long 18th Elephant and Tourism Festival is underway at Sauraha Chitwan in Nepal. Domestic and international tourists are flocking at Chitwan National Park. The Elephant and Tourism Festival is organized to celebrate the English New Year and promote regional tourism.
The popular Elephant Festival of Chitwan is being held at the Bagmara Intermediate Community Forest Grounds. The festival witnessed an elephant walk, elephant bath, elephant football, beauty contest, elephant picnic, elephant-friendly football penalty competitions, elephant-friendly musical walks, elephant health checkup camps, and cultural performances by national and local troops. The Elephant Festival featured more than 80 elephants. Due to animal rights activism, elephant polo was scrapped from the festival.
In every edition, we have a different games like the elephant cup. They play football, and we celebrate like one day. We celebrate elephant picnic, and there is a beauty contest. The elephant, healthy elephant that win the title. So like other beauty contests that we organize also that, and we have a elephant musical walk.
In this festival, teams of elephants played football penalty competitions as per FIFA rules. And after 5 minutes of play, elephants had 7 minutes of sugarcane break as suggested by the Human Rights Commission. 3 elephants, Champakali, Basnatikali and Ramkali, tried to score a goal during the semi-finals, which left viewers clapping in excitement. Tourists attending the festival enjoyed seeing elephants from a close distance and feed them with their hands.
This festival runs every year and I love this festival, especially the elephants beauty contest. Elephants, you can see behind, I love the beauty contest mostly. Recently there was football penalty, elephant played football. I love that. That is my second favorite event of this festival.
During the festival, hotels in the area offer discounts on food and lodging to entice tourists, and the occupancy rate of hotels in Sauraha has increased from 40 to 65% during the festival. Shweta Singh's report from Sauraha, Nepal for DD India.
On a grassy yard, about a dozen women gathered around an instructor, listening attentively to her every word. They are participants of the Women on Wheels WOW motorcycle driving program offered free by the Lahore Traffic Police.
Although the Women on Wheels WOW motorcycle driving program is 7 years old, it is rare to see women driving motorcycles in Pakistan. Women driving cars or riding pillion on two-wheelers driven by a male relative is more socially acceptable in the conservative nation. One of the trainees, Ghania Raza, 23, who is pursuing doctorate in criminology, said that learning to drive a two-wheeler gave her a deep sense of achievement and empowerment. Women driving two-wheelers has been a cultural and religious taboo in Pakistan, but more women are now changing the culture, like they did in 1980s with regular cars, in a bid to reduce their reliance on men to commute. Shumaila Shafiq, 36, a mother of 3 and a part-time fashion designer, said that she has been driving her husband's motorcycle to the market and other places after graduating from the program. The WOW program has been in operation since 2017, but has become increasingly popular in recent months as car prices have soared and motorcycles offer a cheaper alternative. The cheapest four-wheeler in Pakistan, where the annual GDP per capita is $1,590, costs about 2.3 million rupees, about $8,265, compared to about 115,000 rupees, about $413, for the most affordable China-made two-wheeler. Sohail Mudassar, a traffic warden, said the month-long WOW program has trained at least 6,600 women, and the current batch was the 86th since it started. Female trainer Humaira Rafagat, a senior traffic warden who has trained about 1,000 women, said women of different ages and segments of the society have joined the program.
At least 179 people were killed when a Jeju airplane belly landed and veered off the runway, erupting in a fireball as it slammed into a wall at South Korea's Muan International Airport.
Korea's National Fire Agency reported that at least 167 people were killed when a Jeju airplane belly landed and veered off the runway, erupting in a fireball as it slammed into the wall at South Korea's Muan International Airport. South Korea's Transport Ministry said that the Jeju Air Flight 7C2216, arriving from the Thai capital Bangkok with 175 passengers and 6 crew on board, was attempting to land at the airport in the south of the country. 2 people, both crew members, were rescued, and officials have suggested that the rest are presumed dead. According to ministry data, this is the deadliest air accident ever on South Korean soil and the worst involving a South Korean airline in nearly 3 decades. The twin-engine Boeing 737-800 was seen in a video broadcast on local media, skidding down the runway with no apparent landing gear before slamming into a wall in an explosion of flames and debris. Other photos showed smoke and fire engulfing parts of the plane. Muan Fire Chief Lee Jung-young told a briefing that 2 members, both from crew, a man and a woman, were rescued from the tail section of the burning plane. The head of the local public health center said that the 2 crew members were being treated at hospitals with medium to severe injuries. Lee said that only the tail parts of the aircraft retains a little bit of shape, adding that the rest of the plane was almost impossible to recognize. Lee added that authorities switched from rescue to recovery operations and because of the force of the impact, were searching nearby areas for bodies possibly thrown from the plane. Hours after the crash, family members gathered in the airport's arrival area, some crying and hugging as Red Cross volunteers handed out blankets. Families screamed and wept loudly as a medic announced the names of the 22 victims identified by fingerprints. Papers were circulated for families to write down their contact details.
Wood shavings littered the floor of Sakhi's cramped workshop in the Afghan city of Herat as another rubab, the national musical instrument of his homeland, took shape under his deft hands.
Sakhi has crafted 2 rubabs a month for decades and he refuses to set down his tools even as a Taliban crackdown strangles music in Afghanistan. The craftsman in his 50s, whose name had been changed for his safety along with those of others interviewed, said that the cultural value was far more important to him than the money. The UN agency UNESCO agrees, recognizing in December the art of crafting and playing the rubab as intangible cultural heritage in Afghanistan, Iran, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. Made of dried mulberry wood and often inlaid with mother of pearl, the lute-like rubab is one of the oldest instruments in the region, its twanging sound stretching back thousands of years. But the heritage is threatened in Afghanistan under the Taliban's authorities' near total ban on music. Since coming to power in 2021, Taliban authorities have banned music in public, from performances to playing tracks in restaurants, in cars or in radio and TV broadcasts. They have shuttered music schools and smashed or burned musical instruments and sound systems. Many Afghan musicians have fled out in fear or in need of work after losing their livelihoods in one of the world's poorest countries where jobs are scarce. The Taliban authorities have encouraged former musicians to turn their talents into Islamic poetry and unaccompanied vocal chants, also the only forms of music allowed under their previous rule from 1996 to 2001.
As seaside communities across Australia grapple with coastal erosion, one council in Western Australia is trialling an artificial reef it hopes will stop the beach from disappearing altogether. It also create a thriving marine habitat.
It's an underwater haven for schools of fish, but this artificial reef off North Coogie's C.Y. O'Connor Beach was created for a different reason. To reduce coastal erosion, which has already taken out fences, paths and eaten into dunes at the popular beach.
Over time, we believe that we'll lose a lot of the beach here unless we put measures in place to reduce erosion.
Rather than using seawalls and groins, the council looked for a more natural solution. The first part of the man-made reef was installed 2 years ago, made up of 135 specially designed concrete blocks. Preliminary results show it's reduced wave energy by about 20%. Now the reef's expanded to double that size.
In essence, it takes the energy out of the wave before it approaches the beach, which in turn causes the coastal erosion.
Scientists from the UWA Oceans Institute have been monitoring the reef's success.
Yeah, extremely optimistic. The research space around this is growing really fast, both from an engineering and ecological point of view. We're also seeing a lot of uptake in the community as well, and really positive reactions compared to your traditional engineering structures.
The reef started off with scores of these bare concrete modules, but is now teeming with marine life. The design is one of a few being trialled across Australia in a bid to combat coastal erosion. Others include steel cages and 3D printed structures. A survey by the city found fish species at the reef doubled from 29 to almost 60 types. Some locals have been unaware of the trial, but many agree erosion has changed the beach over time.
Yeah, it was here the year they washed the whole path out. It was pretty stormy.
It would be an awful shame, yeah, if the beach disappeared.
Researchers say the main barrier for erosion solutions like this one is the lack of information.
That's something that our research group is really pushing forward at the moment, is developing a solid set of guidelines that practitioners, local councils can rely on to design these structures.
For now, they'll keep collecting data as the waves continue lapping. Kenneth Peng, ABC News.
That's it for this week. Thank you for watching. Have a pleasant day ahead. Bye-bye.
Creating a news agenda that reflects an unbiased view of Asian current affairs without relying on external news sources. Asia Vision, Asian news through Asian eyes.
Miyadafahu aurmeng emmeng apudu kurambi mi vara bodu gawmekkama mi bodu gawmu iradu kurabiya aurmeng amilleya aurmenge sarhaddu belhette evaruge capacity gaemefawa gawmekkama aurmenge iktisad iradu kurabiya fasa chapu nuko aurmenge daranita dakkamu awun men iksoduga bumwaru jassamun awun men iksoduga invest kurana farataka yaginkan hoda demun iksodu fula kurum daane gawmek kama awun men ge darinna awun men huriha rayitunna beenumwa gedoreri kama huriha kame yagin kama ki gaam wegen daane gawmek kam gabul kuruma awun men emmenna ki divesaka viti fahureri wa baykamuga awun men gabul kuran jehewaru baykan gabul kurum ei awun men gazuma kam yadwaambi divehinge minivan kamuge radrongu awundu damani wara falakoshe e radronguge eteriyaka hama ebbes bayaka wanumuge hagge nonnane ekan kurmuge fursate hama hila iradu kaviya nudename eterega tibi bayakaviya iradu kaviya beru kuraname amala baha iradu kaviya awunduge abadu istimawana
मी जमान तक वंदन हल्लु नुवै ಗೆದರುಗೆ ಮಸ್ಸದೆಯ ತಾಬದ ಇರಾದು ಕವಿಯ ಹಲ್ಲು ರಿಂದಾನ ಹಲ್ಲು ಕೊದ್ದೆ
ಅಳಗಣ್ಮೆಂಗೆ ಮೀ ರಾಜ್ಯಗ ತರಗ್ಗಿಗೆ ಗಿನ ಮಶ್ರೂತಕ್ಕೆ ಕುರಿಯಂಗೆ ಬಗೆಂದೆ ಉಮ್ರಾಣಿ ತರಗ್ಗಿಗೆ ದಾಯರಾ ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಏಕಿ ಕಂಕೊಳ್ತಾವುಗ ಕುರಿಯತ್ತ ಮಶ್ರೂತೋಗೆ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಫಹುಗೆ ತಫ್ಸಿಲತ
ರನ್ವೇ ಮಿ ಉನ್ನನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗಂಡುಕು ತಿಂಬಯಕ ಪಹಾಲಾಫ
ಮಿ ಮಶ್ರೂತ ಕುರಿಯಗೆಂದನಿ ಗಿನ ಗೊಂಜೆಹುಂತಕ ಕಾಯಕು
ಹಗೀಗತುಗ ಮುಳಿ ಮಾಲೆಯಂ ಹಲ್ಲೆಂ ಅಣ್ಣಾಣಿ ಮುಳಿ ಮಾಲೆಗೆ ಹುರಿಹಾ ಮಗುತಕ್ ಹೆದಿಗೆ ಮಾಲೆಗೆ ಹುರಿಹಾ ತನಕ ಸ್ಟೋಮ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಡ್ರೈನೇಜ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದ್ದೇವಿಗೆ
ರೈತುಗೆ ಹೋಫೆಂತಕ ಗೊಳಿಫವಾ ಮಿ ಮಶ್ರೂತೋಗೆ ತಫ್ಸೀಲ್ ಅಳ್ಮೆನ್ ಬೆಲು ತೆರಿನಾ ಹುನೆ ಗೆನಸ್ತೇನಾ
ದುವೆಲಿ ಆದಿತ್ಯ ದುವಹುಗೆರೆ 22 ಕಡಿ ಸುಮ್ಮಿನೆಟುಗ PSM ನ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್
ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿಗೆ ದಾಯಿರಾಯಿ ಹಫ್ತಾ ತೆರೆಗ ಫಾಹಕೊಲ್ಲವೆ ಮುಹಿಮ ಮೌಲುಮಾತ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟಕು
ದಂಡುವರಿಕಂಗೆ ಫಿನಾತುಗೆ ಮಸಕೆತಕುಂ ಬಾಜಾರನ್ನಿರೆ ಮುದಾ
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸೈಟುಗ ಗ್ಯಾಗಣಕ ಹೈಸತೇಗ ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ ಡಾಲರ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕುರ್ಮಾ
ಅಮಿಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿಯ ಫಶಾ ಎ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿತ ಕಾಮಯಾಬ್ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿತಕ ವೀಗೊತಿಗೆ ಮೌಲುಮಾತು ಅಫೋರ್ಡಬಲ್ ಪ್ರೈಸಿಗೆ ಗಯತಿ ಬೆහෙಟ್ಟು එහෙම වර බොඩ ගොන්ජෙමගේ අලුගඩද්දි මාව ඕඩර් දුවාල කුදි බිෆසුඩ දනකමක ඒ ඕඩර් දූ කොල්ලාකම වඤ්ඤ දෙන්න අන්නනේද තෝඩස් ಕೊಂಫರ್ಟ ಕುರಿಯಗೆಂದ ತಫಾತು ಪ್ರಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ ತಕ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರಿ ಕುರಿಯರ್ වන් ಕೊಂಫರ್ಟ ಕುರಮಂದ ಮಾಸೆಕೆತೋಗೆ ಮೌಲುಮಾತ
ಪೂನಾ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಗ್ಯಾಗ್ ಗಡಕ ಹಮ್ ಹುರಿಹಾ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎಬೋರಿ ಹುರಿಹಾ ಹಿದುಮತೆ ತನಕುಂ ಅಸ್ಲು ಫೋರ್ ಕೊದ್ದಿನಮುಗೆ ಮಕ್ಸದುಗ ಮಿ ಮೊಡ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟ ಹೊಳುವಿಗೆ ಮಿದನೆ
ಬುಣದಾಣ ಅಂಗಾರ ದುವಹು ದಿಹಗಡಿ ಸುಮ್ಮಿನೆಟುಗ PSM ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಸಿಂಗ್
ಬುಣದಾಣ ಮೇನ್ ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸರ್ ಕುಕ್ಕುಳ ವಿಹಾರ